Hello my book-loving friends! Today I am back with a video that I am very excited to film. It is going to be my January book haul. So I just get so excited to film book hauls and share with you guys all of the books that I'm excited about. Let us get started. So the first couple things I want to show you guys aren't actually books per se, they're bookish related items. The first one of which just came today and I was so excited to get it. It's so ridiculous, but it's awesome. And it is this Jane Austen action figure, complete with her own copy of Pride and Prejudice and her little quill, which does not fit in her hand. Unfortunately, it falls, but you know, whatever. I found this on Amazon and I had to get it. It's just so hilarious. I am getting a new bookcase, and when I do, I'm going to have a whole shelf devoted to all of my classic books, and she will be gracing that shelf. She is just awesome. I mean, how can you not want a Jane Austen action figure? It's perfect. She even has like little feet, little pink shoes. They have a bunch of these. They also have Charles Dickens and Mark Twain, a bunch of other literary and artistic figures. But I just fell in love with Jane. She needed to happen, and it happened. She did. So this is just hilarious. I love it. Look, I can put her little book under her little arm. She can carry her own little book. Look at that. It's so awesome. I love it so much. Okay, sorry. I am fangirling over a Jane Austen figure, and I'm not even ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all. The next bookish related item I got is The Happiness Project, the 5-Year Journal. The Happiness Project was a book by Gretchen Rubens, and it's sort of just a way to kind of identify little things that make you happy every day, to identify the good things. And this is just 1 line a day is all you have to write. It looks like this inside, so you have just the date, and then you can put the year and the 1 sentence of something that made you happy or memorable throughout the day. I thought it was a really good idea. I've always wanted to journal, but I just don't have the patience for it, and I can never stick with it. So this will give me the incentive to do it. I can definitely handle 1 sentence a day, and I think it'll help me to recognize the good things in every day. So I'm looking forward to starting this. Also, the cover is super cool. It's this nice little hardbound. It has a bookmark, and the pages are yellow. Even the book makes me happy. Maybe that'll be my first sentence today. The Happiness Project book arrived, and it made me happy in all of its blue and yellow glory. The last bookish related item I got was the Book Lovers Reading Journal. I love Goodreads, but sometimes I kind of want to keep track myself on paper, and I looked it up, and sure enough, there is such a thing as reading journals. This is super cool. It has a spiral spine, so it's easy to turn the pages and write in them, and it looks like this inside. So you have a place to record the book title, the author, the publisher, when you started reading it, and when you finished it, where you heard about it, and then a rating criteria down here, which is quality of writing, pace, plot development, characters, enjoyability, insightfulness, ease of reading, and photos and illustrations. You can rank it 1 from 10. And then over here you can write your thoughts while you're reading it, as well as give a star rating down here on the bottom. It has other really helpful resources in here, like Pulitzer Prize winners, places where you can log books you've borrowed out or books you are borrowing, and things like that. It's super cool, and I'm glad I got this. I'm already using it, as you can tell. I've written in it. So yeah, I'm just enjoying it. It's a cool way to keep track of your books and kind of have it in a physical form. So now let us get started on the books I bought this month. I'm so excited. So the first book I got, I was induced to get by Lindsay Ray and Sana from Inkbones Books, raving about this book series to us. Caitlin from Kitty G and I both got it and started it, and that is Soulless by Gail Carriger. I've already finished it. It is just as hilarious as I said. It is a steampunk paranormal novel, so it takes place in Victorian England with steampunk elements, and vampires and werewolves are part of society, and weird things start happening. Our main character here is soulless, which means that she can take away the powers of the immortals, the vampires and the werewolves. She kind of negates their abilities. It's a hilarious series. It was a little bit more explicit than I was expecting, but it was done in a funny fashion, so it made up for it. But it was definitely a really good book. It was just as good as they had said, so definitely glad I picked this one up. And if you're looking for more steampunk and hilarious steampunk, I recommend you pick up Soulless. Though, be cautioned, I would say this is definitely 18 years or older. The next book I picked up, also one I'm quite excited for, and that I'll be starting in February with a bunch of other cool booktubers, and Lindsay will be so happy, is Fuzzy Nation by John Scalzi. Lindsay raves about John Scalzi all the time. I wanted to read more sci-fi, so I decided to pick it up. Apparently this is a pretty funny book, and I will be finding out for myself the first week of February. The next 2 books I got from the Book Depository, and that is the next 2 books in the Fire trilogy. That is The Royal Assassin and Assassin's Quest. These are the UK editions, so if you like them, that is where you can find them on Book Depository. I love these editions. They look so pretty. This is book 2. It looks like this. I love the calligraphy and the artwork and the kind of the gilding on the lettering and just the gold. The spine looks like this. And it just looks really pretty. I've already started it, and I'm already loving it. It's such a good fantasy series. This one is book 3, Assassin's Quest. The color scheme is green, and there's like a dragon, and so cool. Also, I love how bigger each book is. This first book is not anywhere near this big, but they keep growing, which I am fine with, because when I love a book series, I love it when they're bigger, because it means I get to spend more time in that world. So these are so pretty, and I love them so much. The next book I got is also going to be part of a buddy read for me. Giselle from Giselle Bradley really enjoys this series, and she asked me if I wanted to buddy read the series with her this year, and I said yes. And that is Here There Be Dragons, the first book in the Chronicles of the Imaginarium Geographica. Takes place in our world, about World War I, I believe. Basically, the dragons kind of live among us, is what I understand. Definitely a fantasy novel. I don't really know too much about it, which I'm okay with, because I like to go into a book sort of blind. But it seems intriguing, and there's a bunch of different books in the series. I believe Brock from Let's Read and Michael from Bitten by Radioactive Book, Connor O'Brien, a couple other people are going to be joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love dragon books. I haven't read some in a while, so it'll be great to pick up a new series. Plus, the covers are gorgeous. Look at that. And this is kind of your destiny down here. And each one in this series is a different color. This one's blue. I believe the second one is red. There's purple and green. So whenever I get them all, they're going to look super pretty. And the spine looks like this. And I'm just so excited to start it. It is a middle grade series, so I do anticipate it to go by quickly. And I was surprised when I got it, because there are actually illustrations inside. Looks like this, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of a woodcut almost, so I don't think it is. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I don't think it'll take too long to read. We're going to be starting it on Monday the 19th, and I can't wait to see what I think of it for myself. The next book I got is from one of my favorite series from when I was in high school, and I want to collect all of the books in that series. It is from the Squires Tale series, and it is book 2. It is The Squire, His Knight, and His Lady. I own the first book, The Squires Tales. I need to buy the rest of the series. I have 3 other books from later in the series, but I don't have the middle ones or the last 2. So they don't print these hardcovers anymore, so you can get them on Amazon Marketplace. I got this one for $4, and it was like brand new. The covers are notorious for being hilariously bad. They like cut and paste clips from old paintings and things, and then kind of put them all together in one picture, so they're notoriously bad and creepy, but it kind of makes me laugh, and I want to own them in hardcover. So this is a really, really great middle grade Arthurian legend retelling series. Gerald Morris is hilarious, and he is pretty faithful to the retellings. This is what got me into Arthurian legends. So if you're looking for some books to get into Arthurian retellings, I suggest starting with this one. They're super fast. I can read this in a day, and they're just so funny and so good. So I highly recommend that you check them out if you have not done so already. I believe altogether there are 10 books, and I still haven't read the last 2. I need to get on that. The next 2 books I was so excited to get. So as you guys know, I absolutely love the Indus series by Sherwood Smith, and I wanted to collect all of the books in hardcover. They don't print them anymore, but you can buy them on the Amazon Marketplace for pretty cheap. So I got this one and the second book, Fox, last month in December for really cheap. Like, this one's brand new and it only cost me $6, so it was pretty good. And so I finally got the last 2 books in the series this month. So I got King's Shield and Treason's Shore, both brand new. They both only cost me $5, so I was astounded. I mean, these are pristine. They've never been read. Just perfect. And I finally own the whole series, one of my favorite series, in hardcover. And look how cool this book cover is. I think this one is one of my favorites with that ship, and it just looks so cool. You guys need to check them out. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but they're just so good. They have everything you can want. There's fantasy, political intrigue. These are like my Game of Thrones. They're complex in the same way. And they have pirates. Pirates, guys. But look at them. They're just so cool. I'm so happy to own the whole set now. Oh, it makes me so happy. It's not even funny. The next 3 books I got were from my Kindle. The first one I got was the first book in the Grisha trilogy, Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. I have bought this as part of the Book Hunters Book of the Month. I read it. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. It was a lot better than I was anticipating. The next one I got was the Cycle of Aron, which I was able to get for $4. It's the whole trilogy, so The White Tree, The Great Rift, and The Black Star. They get okay ratings on Goodreads and Amazon, but I wanted to see for myself what I thought about them and just kind of experience it for myself. I've been looking for another new fantasy series, and I want to see if it was right up my alley. I don't know too much about it, honestly, except for that it seems to be like an epic fantasy, follows an orphan, he becomes a hero, a lot of political intrigue, things like that. Just enough to capture my attention. The next book I got for my Kindle was Trismoon, Book 1, Ascension. This is another fantasy series. It follows a young bard's apprentice who is taken as a slave and is basically being tortured and ends up having to kind of climb his way out of that. It seemed intriguing. This one also got fairly good ratings on Amazon, so I decided to check it out and get it for my Kindle. The next book that I got this month was The Engines of War, a Doctor Who novel. This features the War Doctor, and we get to see a little bit more of what happened during the Time War, which is why I got it. I am intrigued to see what went on during the Time War. The only little bit we saw of the War Doctor was in the 50th anniversary special, so it'll be nice to read some more from his perspective and just get some more insight to what he went through during that time. I've been meaning to get this for months, basically since it came out, and I finally just broke down and did it, and it will happen soon. It's also not very big. It's pretty small. Looks like that, but yeah, I'm excited. You can never have too much Doctor Who in your life. The next two books I got are classics, and I'm excited because they are gorgeous. The first one is Bleak House by Charles Dickens in this wonderful penguin cloth-bound edition. And oh my god, my nail polish matches. I never realized that. That was not on purpose, but you know you're a book lover when your nail polish matches your book. Yeah. Anyway, I love the cloth-bound editions. They're really pretty and they're just nicely and well made. This one looks like this and it has a bookmark, has these bird cages on it. I have already started it. I am about 150, 200 pages through it. I'm really enjoying it. It's humorous and sad at the same time. Definitely really, really good. I love Dickens. If you guys follow my channel, you'll know that I'm trying to get through all of his books this year. I have 12 of his novels left to read, one for each month. I might end up splitting this one over 2 months. I haven't decided yet because I have a lot of buddy reads going on this month that are taking a little bit more priority, but hopefully I'll be able to finish it, and I am very excited to do so as I'm really enjoying it. The last book that I got this month, and it just came today, and I was so excited when I got it because it was a lot more pretty than I thought, that is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas, which, by the way, is it Alexandre or Alexander? I'm not quite sure. If you know, please let me know down in the comments. This is in the Canterbury Classics Word Cloud edition. I absolutely love it. Look at that. Even the lettering is kind of iridescent-y, and the spine looks like that. It's just so pretty. I have Little Women in this edition that my sister got me for Christmas, and I really like these editions, so I want to get some more books in it. Like, I want to get Frankenstein in this edition too. And even the inside flap has a design which looks like this. They're just really pretty. It's these flexi-bound sort of faux leather. And I like the color. Blue is my favorite color, and I really like the offsetting silver against it. And aside from the pretty book cover, I'm excited to read the story. I've been meaning to pick them up for years. I was torn between getting this one or the Count of Monte Cristo, and I decided to start with the Three Musketeers. I had started the Count of Monte Cristo a long time ago, but never ended up finishing it. So I'm going to start with this one. I am excited to check it out and try it for myself. And I just can't help stare at this cover. It's so pretty. Like, the letters are all engraved. I love it so much. Oh, so much. Alright guys, that was my January book haul. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were on them. And just whatever you have to tell me, because let's talk about books, guys. Books are awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.